Panchaku wasn't the only weapon introduced in this update. We also got the magic bow, originally from a game called Soul Knight, sort of a roguelite mobile game that plays, at least I've been told, somewhat similar to Enter the Gungeon. But the weapon here is an interesting one. Not only do we get another in the long line of very, very good survival ranged weapons, it also has extreme tracking on each one of these arrows. Homes in deals more damage if they hit the same enemy. So in some ways, a little bit like how Poyo Power works, for example, where it becomes more powerful as you hit more enemies with the same egg. And being another game reference type of item, I feel like I'm already going to be enjoying this one. Though it's sort of hard to say exactly how it's going to end up scaling. Oh yeah, alpha, so everything is still not quite entirely unlocked here. But hey, it gives a good example of exactly how this thing works. Much like the magic missile, which you can just fire that thing off anywhere. You can hold down the attack button and get the maximum theoretical DPS out of that. This, I feel, is somewhat similar. Much, much longer charge up time to actually make this thing work, so that's a little bit of a downside. But the way that it shoots out, you know, what, even more than the usual amount of arrows that you would get out of a heavy crossbow, and they're all, as long as they're close enough, almost guaranteed to hit the enemies. I think that this, as long as I build it right, is going to be a good weapon. That long charge up time, though, does make me think definitely going to want to really plan out how I'm using this thing. Exploiting enemies teleporting to me is going to be tantamount to my success, I'm thinking. Because, you know, with all of these arrows going somewhat slowly, and the way that on 5-cell mode, enemies teleport, I can kind of set up some pretty good combos, and that means that each one of the arrows that I shoot off should be able to hit well. I don't know, though. I mean, aside from that, like I said, the idea that I could be getting conceivably, like, theoretical maximum DPS in the same way that I do with the... oh, come on now. In the same way that I did with the magic missile. All I need is enough stats or synergies or something to buff up the damage even just a little bit. Already, the thing that I'm using here, the wolf trap, I think is going a long way towards making that happen. Maybe even just like 2-3 times damage. Affix on this could work out well for that. Because as a survival weapon, after all, you do get a lot more, well, survivability. Maybe not just with the raw health alone, but as soon as I get a couple of mutations, it should be looking pretty good for even taking like 2-4 times damage type of weaponry. Yeah, pretty much how I expect that to look. I guess it just kind of goes out of the helmet, right? I'm so used to playing as Brutality after all the Panchaku runs. Totally forgetting what stats I'm supposed to be taking here. All right. Why are you all talking about Norbit in chat still? Like, we somehow everybody got on the topic of Norbit, and I'm not going to watch that movie or any other movie or movies, period. In fact, I have given up entirely on cinema. The medium of film is no longer the message. In fact, it's dead to me. And I am never going to speak of it again. Okay. All right, well, they don't pierce through shields. Not that there's any reason why I think that they should, but I guess still good to know. It does also have a limited amount of ammo with this. I don't know if that's even going to be relevant at any point in time, but maybe something to kind of remember in the future. Yeah, if I'm not able to take down enemies in just a couple shots, it does become a little bit more questionable. But much like using the heavy crossbow, I think it's just a matter of getting a little bit better synergies going on. Yeah, what's your top 10 favorite scenes in Norbit, chat? Something about turkeys or whatever. I know that one. You don't need to even mention it. Anyway. Oh my god. Let's go into the sewers. I don't know anything about Soul Knight, so I don't really know what the most apropos run to be taking would be, but it's been a while since I've gone in the sewers, so as far as I'm concerned, that's good enough. And yeah, we got the achievement glitching again. Every single time. With these alphas, you know, it resets your progress, sort of. I mean, it doesn't reset your progress. You get a special save file where everything's unlocked to do this, and that causes fun glitches to happen. And that's in addition to all the fun glitches that you already have with going into alpha. Soul Knight is like the Dark Souls of Knight games. Oh, come on. Certainly there's more Dark Souls Knight games. There are so many Dark Souls games out there at this point in time. And besides, it seemed more like it was supposed to be Gungeon-like, right? That is how I described it, so I guess most people's major context for understanding Soul Knight right now is the way that I had it described to me. But as it is, where am I going with this? I'd like to go get an upgrade for this weapon already. Because I'm seeing that even though, yeah, the damage seemed good in the first area, as always. Damage always seems good in that first area. You can even make stuff like tentacle work, as long as you're only in the first zone. I'm going to need an upgrade, and like I said, some form of, I don't know, damage increasing synergy, anything at all. I'd love to see just about anything right now. Piercing, though, is not even doing too bad, so that said, okay, we got that down at least. You can see a very clear, like I am just mashing this thing, and I am actually running out of arrows for the first time. Right. Okay. At least it takes a long enough time to attack me that's not even a big deal. All right. I also could use some better secondary items. Perhaps like a giant fist would go down easy here as well. I'd like to sell that, but I'm pretty sure that's the one that's going to only be worth like 1 gold. So, all right. The tracking is good. It's not perfect though. Yeah. Well, yeah, 1 gold. Okay. Well, there you go. Now then. Oh, wait. Well, that's convenient. I'm really enjoying these new. I'm really enjoying these new affixes we're getting on legendary items. So you can pretty much just be permanently at 50% health with this, eh? All right. Also, poisoned on target. Now that is going to be a little bit of an issue, just in general, for the sake of not dying. Being this low on health and still having to go into melee range and everything, but at the same time, hey, you know the great thing about having a... Okay, good. You know the great thing about having a frantic sword that does great damage. It's an absolutely fantastic damage dealing weapon, after all. And I was looking for something that could give me lifesteal, and this is lifesteal without the negative. Nice. Man, despite the fact that we do lose the... Obviously, we do lose the whole 2 stat scaling thing. This is still working out okay anyway. I like the chat dies the second that I stop talking about Norbit forever. It's like, did everybody leave the second that I'm just like, okay, I think we're done talking about Norbit when we're actually playing Dead Cells now. And it's like, well, I got better stuff to do right now than not talk about Norbit. All right. Whatever. All the people watching at home are still cool and they love me. Could you at least say it's Norbin time? It's me, Jared Leto, Norbert 2. The sequel to Norbit. His name is not Norbert. That's a real name. It's Norbit, of course. What am I even thinking? This sucks. Okay, well, that's at least something. There's something going on there. Norbius. That's going to be the sequel. You know, Jared Leto, of course, already talking about doing a sequel to Norbit. No, he's talking about doing a sequel to Morbius. And now it's going to be called Norbius. It's going to be a crossover with the hit movie Norbit. Okay, yeah, now I see everybody's coming back into the chat. Okay, so you guys just want to hear me talk about Norbit then. I know it. I know Dead Cells has just become Norbit talk ever since I've revealed myself as the world's foremost scholar of Norbit. And I keep even though I keep calling him Norbert, which is not his name. Anyway. I'm sitting here trying to talk about some of the... This is actually a pretty... These are some cool weapons. And you guys are all like, yeah, but like Norbit, though. Yeah, but like tell us your thoughts on potential crossover. Like, who's going to be in the Morbius cinematic universe? Do you think that there's any chance that Norbit could get turned into a Morbius vampire? And I'm just like, well, I mean, I was going to talk about the cool new weapon, but I guess, I don't know. I would also put, of course, who would be in the Morbius? I mean, well, it would be one, Venom, naturally. Who else, though? The only Norbert. Norbert is a real name. Make no mistake on that. I need to upgrade for this bow already. Oh no, I started talking about Dead Cells and everybody left. I looked away. The Norbert stopped. Still not the name of him. The Norbit stopped for 1 second and everybody left the stream. Okay, come on. Good. Well, it's not a Marvel movie. It's a cinematic universe, and I envisioned it sort of like the, you know how the, really, okay, you know how like M. Night Shyamalan did a crossover with some of the characters from his movies. Vidoc, damn it! No, I'm talking about Norbit again. Come back. Well, I'm envisioning that to be sort of more similar to what the Norbit or Morbius or it's going to be called the Norbius universe. The Eddie Murphy expanded universe. Now, you could actually do that, right? It's like, okay, not Shrek, I mean Donkey brings together a bunch of motley characters. Norbit's wife, the Nutty Professor, I'm trying to think of other characters in that same vein. Okay. And you know, all of that. It just goes to show you how many movies that star Eddie Murphy that I've actually seen before, right? You know, that guy, that time he played that character in that thing. That one. It's like, yes, Mr. Inferno Firebird. Just like that. So you're gonna give me like the $2 million, right? That's my consulting fee. Yeah, the check's in the mail. Now please get out of our office. Okay. Just talk about Norbit for 45 minutes. I've never even seen Norbit. How many times do I have to remind everybody of that? I'm not a big Norb head, as they're called, I believe, in the business. The Nor business. Okay. I mean, I do have healing. It's like good healing, too. It's not even bad healing. A media empire rivaling Disney. You know, if only I can name more than 2 characters that Eddie Murphy has played. I mean, I guess technically he played like several characters in each of the movies that I've named, except for Shrek. Done that for an hour at Comics Reading Convention. I was out of commission for a couple days. Coming up with cinematic universes? I can't imagine it's that taxing on the soul or body. Maybe on the soul. You know what? Definitely on the soul. All right. This is not even supposed to be the frantic sword run, so I have little interest in trying to keep myself over 50% health. Although, really, at this rate, I should end up Switching out some of the stuff. Oh no, everybody left because I stopped talking about Norbit. Dr. Doolittle? Wait, I thought he was in The Nutty Professor. Was he also in Dr. Doolittle? I never saw that one, so I don't know. Oh, that's the one I sold. I don't even want this. I think we're good. All right. Why do I not have a teleporter up there? I think that a lot of people don't remember the various movies. Taking a look at chat right now, I'm fairly certain that a lot of people don't remember the various movies that Edward Murphy has been in. Really? Okay. He's been lying to us the entire time. And he's in your free times writing Norbits 2 through 10. Yeah, it's going to be like the Beethoven movie, which I think is the perfect comparison, because that is exactly what it's going to be like. You know, the movie about big dogs doing big dog things. Do people even still know what that movie is? Give me Resistance. I just remember that that was one of those movies that like you just saw on like video rental places. And there's like 10 of them and you're like, how did they make so many Leprechaun movies? And you're not going to get an answer for that. There is no answer for that. I want to say that's the sort of thing that truly does prove that God is dead and we killed him. The fact that there are so many Leprechaun movies. Oh, come on. All right. Are you kidding me? Really? I super rolled out of that. All right. I do not know Dr. Doolittle. You're a fellow doctor. No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm a doc in the same way as like Doc Watson, not in like Dr. Doolittle. Really now. Norbit would have lived there. No, he wouldn't have. Isn't the entire joke is that he's supposed to be extremely meek? Yeah, so I want to say that I probably don't want to go up against the Toxic Miasma purely for the fact that that their extremely fast teleports kind of shuts down the entire thing with this weapon, doesn't it? Because yeah, they just kind of dip right into the surface they're on almost instantly. All right. None of these are good, so I guess I'm taking this. Could have also just gone with like a God is not dead, he's hiding. Isn't that like a quote from French Stewart in the movie Clock Stoppers or something? Or no. In the movie, French Stewart was definitely also in Clock Stoppers, but that was like a quote from Spy Kids 2, isn't it? Was that where that was originally from, or was that just him quoting something? Do you think God lives in heaven because he's afraid of what he's created? I swear that they originally came from Spy Kids 2 or something like that. Maybe I'm wrong, though. Oh, that was Steve Buscemi. Okay. No, I was thinking of French... Okay, Steve Buscemi and French Stewart played similar characters in Clock Stoppers, and why are we doing this? Why do I have to talk about this? I forgot that was Mr. Buscemi. Right. French Stewart played a very similar character in Clock Stoppers, the movie based on clocks that stopped things. I'm gonna push ahead. We're gonna push ahead. This is gonna go up on YouTube against all odds. I have to get it together here. Oh, those PS1 graphic thumb people were indeed like the entirety of yo. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be perfectly real with you. Spy Kids, at least the first Spy Kids, was a terrifying movie. And yes, it was partially the Uncanny Valley, but there was a lot of like body horror stuff going on in there too. Oh man, what happened to French Stewart? He fell off the face of the earth. I don't actually know. I'd like to think he's still out there, doing his thing. That's not the stat that I'm using right now. Were Spy Kids pogged? Were they though? There was a who was it in that movie? There was like a very famous actor that like played their dad or something that I'm trying to remember right now, but it's not come to mind. Like it was somebody who you'd think would be more high profile than Spy Kids, and yet here they are. Elias Wood, was it? Or was I thinking of Danny Trejo? He was in those movies, wasn't he? No, it was Antonio Banderas. Okay, that sounds about right. that sounds about right. Also, Danny Trejo was in those movies, wasn't he? But he's also like pals with. Was that directed by Robert Rodriguez, or am I entirely off base on that? Yeah, it was Antonio Banderas. Wow. Again, would not have expected like weird casting, but I guess that's just how it was. He's Rodriguez's cousin. He is? Oh, okay. That explains actually way more than I expected. Joel McHale, I feel like, is the exact level of celebrity to be appearing in those movies, though, on the other hand. I actually think that's the most natural thing. And I love Joel McHale. Actually, more specifically, I love The Soup, but that show has been canceled. So, and House hasn't been on the air for like years at this point in time. Anyway. Trejo, not Banderas? Yeah, that's what I thought. Because, like, he is a very grizzled man to be appearing in any movies, like, period. So I can believe that that's like like calling in a favor type of thing. I was playing Mario plus Rabbids. That game is way more legit than it has any right to be, to be fair. It is. It's still shocking to me how good. Come on now. Come on now. Okay. Still shocking to me how they managed to actually make that, like, not a terrible game. Because, by all rights, it should be. You know, a movie series that had super random casting, Kung Fu Panda. I feel like Jack Black is about to be Bowser. If he can play Bowser, I feel like he can play a panda. That said, everybody else, I really don't remember. Why are we talking about movie casting now? All right. Man, there's not really too much going on here, is there? I know, right? Mario with a gun? Yeah, I'm surprised Nintendo even let that happen, to be honest. I feel like Shigeru Miyamoto was out there and being like, guys, are we sure about this one? Like, are we really sure about this one? And they didn't, and he probably doesn't even know anything about, you know, the Rabbids and how they are the minions of the video game world. Rise of Gru in theaters now, everybody. I hope you've all watched it. Have you? If you all have watched Norbit, you better have watched the Minions Rise of Gru. Bug. Oh, and it's in the water, of course. So. Okay. Oh. They made Mario with a gun work. I mean, there was Yoshi Safari, but I don't actually know if Mario appeared in that or if that was just Yoshi. And a bunch of Koopalings and mechs. I mean, that was to show off the Super Scope, though, which I suppose you can say is questionably a gun or not. I still haven't watched Minions. I don't own a suit. Yeah, what's up with that? Like, is that just like a weird TikTok meme that I'm too old to understand or too young to understand? It's sort of hard to tell these days. Or just too out of touch and out of time to understand. All right. Why did I go into... You know, I just said, like, hey, I probably shouldn't go into the sewers because the toxic miasma is going to be bad when using this weapon. And then I just went right back into the sewers because I'm like, ah, yes, my home. I gotta go to the place where there's gonna be the most DVDs of Norbit, and of course it's gonna be the sewers. Okay. That's where they naturally congeal in that sort of area. You understand? Okay. Lucy Liu of Ballistic X versus Sever fame. Yes. Are we really talking about that again? Much rather watch Trolls 2 or Mac and Me. George Clinton played like the king troll in that movie. Cause I was like listening to Funkadelic, and it just like and I was like looking at like, hey, what has that guy been doing lately? And it's just like, what? Yeah, but like what though? Weird. Talk about weird acting choices. I suppose it just kind of happens like that sometimes in movies, right? Oh. I just had to make the Lego Yoda death sound there for a second. Please, everybody, excuse me. I hate everything. Okay. Ah! Oh, that wasn't actually me making a noise. That was me hitting my vape pen super hard. Ah! Okay. God damn. Okay, Paul Rudd. I'm sorry. If you can't respect Paul Rudd and his love for Mac and Me. Okay. No, you don't know what a vape pen is? It's a future cigarette. Trust me, the kids love it these days. Actually, I think they just banned Juul in America or something like that. Land of the free? Not anymore. Anyway, this is... Oh, I hate this episode. Whatever. I'll make it work. I'll make it work. That's where Paul Rudd got to start? Is that where... I thought he just had an affinity for the movie. Actually, that makes sense, doesn't it? Because why else? Man, you're not giving me anything here, are you? Well, actually, no. Food? Food is good. Yeah, him. Yeah, that's always what I know about it. It's like he always showed the same clip of Mac and Me on Conan. Is that right? Is that who I'm thinking of? Have we watched Ballistic X versus Sever? No. It is it might be a cornerstone, at least of the Binding of Isaac series lore, but of course I haven't seen it. I'm saving myself for marriage. No. I don't watch movies. I hate movies. Cinema holds no interest for me. Yeah, that's him. I don't know. It's weird. Like, Paul Rudd has had a lot of career turns, and I feel like that was cool. I feel like I just keep continuously associating him with like different versions of Paul Rudd are like different parts of his career are like different people to me. And I don't know why. And I keep forgetting it's like, oh yeah, that is that same person. But anyway. It's neither here nor there. Okay, Maw of the Deep. I would love to have Maw of the Deep. That's a great item, but you know, kind of not really what I'm doing here. Kind of like how I forgot that Jared Leto, when we were morbing out in that Binding of Isaac episode, was like a child star or something, or like a teen star. Like, all right, yeah, that's a thing. I have too many people to remember that I can't remember everybody. You know, there are 2 Ballistic X versus Sever games. Oh god, there are. I do know about one of them. I kind of vaguely remember like watching a review or something of one of them. I didn't know there were 2. How do you think those games are? Like, what's even the tone you think they're going for with that? Is it like an action game? Shooting game? Spy game? It's supposed to be like spies, right? All right. I mean, all I know is that it's going to be ballistic. Anyway. Terrible. Okay. This helmet is so big. I said before that it looks like if like the Shovel Knight, oh, hit him! What are you doing, Arrow? I said it looks like if Shovel Knight put on big head mode, the big head mode cheat. One is apparently actually decent because it was based off an early draft of the script. Is that the problem? Was that the problem with the X vs. Sever video game? Not that it is a tie-in video game from like the PlayStation 2 era. The fact that its script is super baller. Oh no, that's gonna probably be even worse then. Ugh. Okay. Oh, this. Does anyone here remember Jimmy Neutron, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs? Yeah, I remember Jimmy Neutron. What an ugly show. Anyway. I can't really say that I was like, I don't know, that always kind of felt like the lesser of the Nickelodeon shows at the time. Am I wrong about that, or is that just me? Obviously, I was not watching it as a child. So, yeah. Remember Planet Sheen? Okay, there. Now I can take some heat off myself with my cool Planet Sheen reference. That's just you? Is it, though? I mean, again, I will have to remind everybody that I was not a child when I was watching that show. Okay. Didn't like it much initially, but I just got used to it. Yeah, that's because there's nothing else on television at the time. I remember what it was like to watch television as a child. It's like, well, I hate Scooby-Doo, but that's all they show, so I guess I'm watching it. I never actually watched Planet Sheen. I'm pretty sure nobody did it because it was canceled after one season. If you ever get enough points for playing Mario plus Rabbids, that is going to require me to buy an entire... That's like Wii U, right? That's not even like Switch, is it? Actually, did that come out? When did that come out? Is that older or newer than I think? Gun Mario. I'm going to be like every other post on DeviantArt back in 2006. Bruh. It's Switch. 2017? God, that feels like a 2013 game, doesn't it? Is that just me again? What a weird nostalgia episode today. For things that I wasn't even a child during. Again, I'll have to remember. Scooby-Doo, CSI for kids. Oh. Scooby-Doo, how to make the... You know, it's just like... And I am like peak age for... Well, actually, I'm not peak age for Scooby-Doo. Peak age for Scooby-Doo would have been like in the 70s. But at least at the time that they were showing that on television, that was like 90% of what they showed on television. So I was definitely a child when I saw a lot of that. And even then, I still was like, like, this... doesn't like TBS have Looney Tunes on right now or something? No? Oh, okay. Okay. All right. I miss the golden age of cartoons, especially Batman, Brave and the Bold. Yeah. I remember when people were... when that was first coming out. Anyway. And people were like, I don't know, man. After the very good showing of the Justice League, do we really want to see, you know, a goofy Batman? And of course, everybody got sold on it, but still. Okay, and nothing. Okay, golden age of cartoons. Almost, and done. All right, and also Malay's done too. Courage the Cowardly Dog. Now that's closer. Okay. Was both great and awful at the same time. I felt like it was pretty fun. I felt like it was a pretty good show. I liked it. Inspector Gadget is definitely closer. Oh my god. We made a television show for kids based off of an old sitcom comedy show. Ah! Why did they make that happen? Then they made a live action version of that too. You know what, Mushroom Boy, get over here. And we're gonna do this whole thing now. It's actually like not even a bad type of thing, you know, keeping enemies more at a distance. Pink Panther, yeah, Pink Panther I saw a lot of too. Like, I can name all of the cartoons that you're gonna name right now. I guarantee. Astro Boy was shown on Cartoon Network for some time. This weapon seems too weak for how slow it is. I haven't been able to get an upgraded version of it. I think it's kind of the bigger issue than anything else. It's like if I can actually get to a shop, and you know, okay, well that works too. Whatever you want to do, game. Whatever you're feeling like. I'm talking about the Pink Panther cartoon, by the way, not the movies. If that wasn't clear. Oh, boy, that was close. That was a calculated play, and I'm not gonna lie, I think the math was maybe not necessarily in my favor, despite the fact that I did survive. All right. Yeah, that's why Mushroom Boy. That's the Mushroom Boy value add. Okay, that's good at least. Oh, my nose is getting all itchy. That's how you know the stress is coming out, baby. Okay, 2 left. This guy's so... You know, God, I feel like one of the things... what I should have done... If I have to do this run over again, and you know what, I'm actually gonna say this right now. I don't even know if I'm still gonna do that, even if I do have to do this run over again. Barbed tips. Wow. Barbed tips. It just shoots a bunch of arrows into enemies. It's really easy just to get a lot of arrows into enemies. It would definitely be a very good mutation for this. Okay, anyway. It's just, I don't want to play... Oh, okay. Alpha. I don't want to play tactics. That's pretty much the entire thing. No, do the run again. Well, look, we might just end up doing that anyway. Don't even... I was talking about tactics, and then I chose tactics. The prophecy has come true. Ow. All right. Mushroom Boy being best boy. In the film credits, you'll notice that Mushroom Boy is listed as best boy. Now I don't know what a best boy does, but I do see it in every one of the movies. So it must be important. Just as foretold. You seen Shaolin Showdown? Yeah, of course. That was a weird, but also like more legit show than it had any right of being. Ah. Wow. He is the boy who's best. He's the best boy. Like, what more do you need to know? Hi. Okay. Okay. I think I'm gonna leave that guy to his business. Mushroom Boy, of course, already just slamming and jamming all over the place, and I appreciate that. Okay, well, fine. Once again. Okay. I feel like, yeah, might be a little bit weak. I was told that the legendary version of it doubles the amount of projectiles that it shoots out with a single volley, and then, you know, somebody apparently got, I don't know, they didn't say who got it, but got like the legendary version that had like 4 times damage on it. That would be such a nice thing to get right now. Is Best Boy like Tarzan Boy? Yeah, everybody go listen to Tarzan Boy right now. The classic song from the 90s? Is that 2000s? I don't even know. Actually, I'm trying to remember that song, and I just can't. I got, like, nothing. Okay. Damage. It's not that great. Okay. Okay. Not quite how I want to plan for that to go. Let's go for the parries, I guess, which is usually not necessarily something that I focus on too much. But here we are. Fun. Okay. Okay. That and Galactic Football, and then they do Shaman King for some reason. That's because Shaman King... I actually didn't watch Shaman King. That was on, but I'm just like... I think Pokemon's on the WB right now, so I'm going to go watch that instead. Yo, is Men in Black, the series, over? Well, I think I have, like, Batman Beyond on the other channel, so... Alright, anyway. Megas XLR was actually really good. That show was great. Even though I sure as hell did not get half of the references that they were doing. And again, I did not watch that as a child, so... It was at least conceivable. Yeah, like, how much Captain Harlock do you think I was watching back in the mid-2000s? Okay. Huh. Okay. Good. Hey, yeah, you were here. I miss Samurai Jack. I was never that into it, to be honest. Well, don't get me wrong. I know it was a good show and everything, but eh. God, I think I'm going to do a rush for the ending, because I got to be getting close, man. Anything of interest? Do I have the key? I should probably do this. Good. You... Probably Cluster Grenade a little bit better than Telurk Shuck. Also never really into Johnny Bravo, I'll be honest here. Ah. Bravo skipped... He did skip leg day. That is true. You wish Pokemon over Shaman King? Yeah. Pokemon had cool video games. What did Shaman King have? I actually don't know because I didn't watch it. Maybe shoulda, you know. Just saying. Maybe Shaman King should have been more like Pokemon. Recess? I vaguely remember Recess. I don't really remember like too much about it. Yeah. No, that's pretty much it, I guess. Yeah, no, I'm like even thinking right now. I got nothing. Bruh. Oh. That show wasn't a fever dream. It certainly had aspects of it at some points in time. I feel like that show is one of those... Yeah, vaguely... From my vague recollections? Yes. From my vague recollections, like, that show was one of those shows that it's, like, allegedly for kids, but it really felt like it was not written. Like, aside from being animated, it felt like, I don't know. It was just kind of... Like, the writers were just kind of doing whatever. And that was true for a lot of stuff back in the 90s in terms of like kids shows. Like it's the sort like it was the sort of show that you didn't really understand as a kid, but made more sense as an adult, something like that. I don't know what I'm trying to get at here. Bruh. Word wrong? Wait, what did I say? What word? I hate this so much. This is so dumb. Word wrong. What did I say? What word was wrong? Because I don't listen to myself, as you know. I have to spend all of my time concentrating on video games. Recollection? Yeah, I was licking my collection. of records. I call it my recollection. Have you never done that before? You know, they always said, you know, you talk about like music and how it has like a good sound. You ever think about our tastes? Just saying. Ah. Okay. Ah. Let's go. Just just take a big old licky-loo of Public Image Ltd's metal box. Is this the reference I'm going for? Yes. Come on. Certainly, there's something better than that. Atomic Betty was a show that I didn't watch because I don't know. Again, that was also way after my time. I don't even know what that one was about. I just know that it was on the television. That's it. Also saw Delta State. I have no idea what that is. Never heard of it. Boy, I sure would like to find the shop in here at some point in time. I'd sell my entire recollection if I could find that. Okay. Luigi dabs in Mario Rabbids? He sure does. What's up with that? Actually, no, that was like some sort of weird something. I don't know. Didn't actually make Luigi dab. I'm fairly certain. It just looks like he's dabbing. Don't worry, everybody. Don't panic. Don't panic. We do not have a Luigi dabbing scenario. Okay. Okay. Now then. No, most of us are European here. Are you? Come on, chat. You don't have to lie to me and pretend like you're European. I'm an American. I'll admit it. And I want you all to be brave and admit it too. Dabs. Okay. When do we get the sussy emote? Oh yeah, I still gotta go do that. Somebody made a sussy emote for me. I'll have to go. I don't even have like you know like what the sub situation on the channel is here? It goes wildly up and down all the time. I don't even know if I have like an open slot. So we'll have to replace one. What do you want killed for sussy? Then pick your most precious child to be sacrificed. Better not be TB Taco Bag. Everything. Okay, well, that's a bit more ruthless than I was expecting. Replace the rat? The rat hand? No, I love rat hand. Sacrifices must be made. They sure do. I mean, unless you have, like, zero cost cards and the immortal sigil on them. Okay. Which I did. Go watch the Inscription series and also the rest of the games there, too. Okay. Yeah, sure. Why not? Okay. The version of like the rat Ann. That is a Persona 5 emote. It's like, do you really want to get rid of the only emote that we have for Persona 5? It's such an important legacy to the channel. That was some good dodging there, by the way. And it will be forever. Okay. Why is it called Booba anyway? Because that's your eyes when you see Booba. Boobs! Anyway. Good enough. Mushroom Boy just kind of invalidated. Okay, Mushroom Boy's kind of the MVP here. All right. Yeah, I look like a rat when I see boobs. Boobs! Surely there is no greater... we always talk about inherently funny words. Is there any more inherently funny word than boobs? Okay, that's a second shark. Yeah, I think the game has something to say to me. Which is to say, Maw of the Deep is like a really good weapon, and I'd like to use it again. This one I'm a little bit less impressed with. You know how that goes, though. Alright. Whew. And it's gone. Okay, well, hope for the best. And as much as I do like, well, I do like Tombstone. Or anything, there's not really, I find it hard to believe that even if I did find an upgrade for this, that it would actually be better than what I'm using right now. The colorless one. No, all of those names are terrible. All of them. We're not going to get crass here. That's why I don't say that much, because you all just get extremely crass. And I don't like it. So we got to go put the profanity filter back on the stream. I'm sorry, everybody. Now, profanity does not necessarily disinclude challenging ideas, but it does include profanity. A tautology, if I ever heard one, but you know how that is. You should expect tautologies here, I guess is what I'm saying. Oh, come on. Oh, well. Profanity filter on the stream? Yeah. There will be no more swearing in any way. The thing is, the topics of conversation will not change at all. However, the way I say them will no longer be profaned. Will no longer be of Yorm, of the profane capital. Ow. All right, there we go. All right. I mean, I guess nothing stops you from saying it, but I'm not going to. I do have a mature filter on this because, of course, we are extremely mature here. Sophisticated, modern-day connoisseurs of high art. That's this channel. Are you trying to make this a Christian Minecraft server? No, I'm trying to make this a Christian manga. You can say whatever you want, because I have no ability to stop you, because I don't make mods on my channel. This is a known fact. All right. Anyway. Now then. Oh. Get down. What do I want to... You know, I could actually probably take on... I'm thinking about it right now. I think I could take on the Conjunctivius pretty well with this. Yeah, with this item, right? I would say so. We're a vanilla chat. That's right. I like to think of my chat like ice cream because I'm fat. I think of everything like food. Okay. Anyway, let's just go disengagement. I'm going to go with, yeah, 40% extra health is pretty poggers. Pretty pog-tastical. All right. Mod status is only acquired during Persona 5 streams. I mean, that is true. During the Persona 5 streams, if you ask to be a mod, I let you be a mod because you because that's the litmus test. That's how I know you're a true OG, because you actually watch Persona 5. There is no truer fan of my content than he who actually watches Persona 5. Okay. All right. Yeah, mod means responsibilities. Oh yeah, have you seen have you seen just the everything, what people get up to in this chat? Oh man, there's a real rough and rowdy crowd here. I'm certainly not somebody who should be banned from my own chat on a daily basis. Come on. Okay, fine. Haven't watched Persona 5? Well, you're not a mod. You're a VIP. I'll allow it. VIP is fine. You don't have to necessarily be an OG to be a VIP, after all. Just to be a mod. But I mean, as for everybody else, it's like I'm saying goodbye to all the fake people. Like TLC would. This is not doing as much damage as I was hoping. I'm going to be real with you. Vanity will be your downfall if that's all you want from mods. Modding should be something you do out of service, not merely for the perks. And the perks being, I don't know. I really don't know what you will get out of that, to be honest. Yeah, okay, that's not even close. Around. I feel like the sound is too loud on my end. Nobody said anything, but I don't know. All right. Hated him because he said the truth. All right. Okay. Oh, yeah, all right, sure. I don't know why I didn't get hit there, but fine. I'll accept it. Okay. Sound is good here. I'm just worried about the sound getting picked up on the microphone. I think it should be fine on like the video side of things, but I found that out with a second guy where if I don't have him kind of quiet on my speaker because I use a speaker, not headphones, because, you know, come on. We use headphones these days. That you could hear him in the background at like quiet parts, basically. I can make you do Windows updates. The Windows update I'm sure went through anyway, so you're kind of a little bit late on that one. Bill Gates broke into my house and he forced me to install an update. It's like, what am I going to say here? That's just what happened. You can hear me sweating. Yeah, well, that's probably actually true. Give me that stun grenade. I'll take it. Sure. Stunning enemies, probably also pretty useful on top of everything else. Okay, yeah, I sweat through my mouth. That's the vomiting you hear. It's either that or me just taking the biggest, chunkiest clouds off of my vape pen that I have next to me at all points in time. That's why it smells like pancakes in here. Like, do you have any other questions? Questions, comments? Man, that alpha thing where it just freezes occasionally is still scaring me a lot. But, you know. How do I learn to vape pancakes? Oh, it's just pancake-flavored vape juice. It is made with real pancakes, though. But, you know. I mean, basically, you just talk about chunky clouds and how you're vaping, and you're there. You're doing it. Chat. Let me just take you aside for a second. I've never actually vaped before. Is that how do you actually vape? Like, do you just put the weird lightsaber thing up to your mouth and just inhale really hard? Anyway, I'll cut this part out of the video. Anyway, but yeah, I mean that's basically how it works. I mean, you should see the like cool smoke rings and stuff that I'm able to do. But yeah, slow down, but not like. I need more damage here. Is the problem right now? What even hit me? Okay, that's rats hitting me. Anyway, vapor rings. Would you like to vape or rings? That's nothing. Yo, really, Chad. I don't know how to smoke at all. It's like, do you just like stick the cigar in your mouth and just like try to suck the air out of a balloon? Is that like how you do it? Is that how you do it? I always thought that's how you did it. But anyway, do a vape stream for New Year. Yeah, but I'm not gonna look. I'm not gonna reveal the secrets of my cool vape tricks here. That's my whole thing to do. Like that's my entire identity. If you all can do it too, then who am I? Think about that. Do you want me to have an existential crisis, chat? Is that it? Is that what we're building up to? With a cigar, you just mumble and pretend that you're Winston Churchill. See, and that's why I vape. Because then I just mumble and pretend I'm Keanu Reeves. I don't even know if he vapes. It just sort of feels like he would. I don't know. Ah! Vape identity crisis. Oh yeah, my favorite movie from the 90s. There's just a bunch of big old pink squares around here, eh? Okay. Cool. What? Once again, I'm just gonna say alpha. No way Keanu vapes. Okay, I'm gonna just give me a second here. Look at my phone here. I'm betting I can find a picture of this in like 5 seconds. I mean, I got a picture of him smoking. I don't know if he's vaping, though. Okay, I spent too much time on this. Anyway, Keanu definitely vapes. Okay, continuing on here. Well, who do you... Okay, who's the most likely person... Okay, who's the platonic ideal of he who vapes in your mind, then? Anyway, this is nothing. Winston Churchill. Okay, yeah, there you go. Dr. Inferno Firebird. Ah, that makes a lot of sense. That's how he got the name, after all. Jesus. Okay, now really. The Beheaded. You know what? That's the correct answer. That is true. Not only would the main character of this game vape, he is also a vape pen. A living, well, living vape pen. Okay. Glad that we got that thing solved. The mysteries of the ages answered. I would not... He is definitely smoke-headed, man. He is not on fire. But yeah. Because he vapes so much. Why are we talking about vaping? What is this, 2020? How did I get on this topic? Because I guess saying like a bong rip wouldn't have made as much sense if I just like am sucking, making a sucking sound really hard. Anyway. Yeah. Okay. It's 2022. I didn't even think about that. You're right. It is currently the sequel to 2020. And also the buddy cop film for 2020. Okay. There we go. Little did you know that you tear back the calendar and it's just 2020 again. And you're like, wait, what? It's like, yeah, it's 2022. Terrible. Anyway, also still have this issue going on here. They really want me to know that I found a secret. And I knew about that. You're bragging. Okay. Would the regent of vaping be considered a vape king? I feel like a vape lord, or maybe like a vape baron would be more appropriate, right? Is that just me? What was the pink box? I don't know. Visual errors, I think, is probably the best way to put it. A vape duke? No, no, no. You can't really go from the PE to the DU sound very easily, at least not in English. I don't know if that works differently for other languages, but as far as, you know, the mouth motions work, it doesn't really come off, it doesn't roll off the tongue well. I think a vape baron, though, is good. A vape addict? No, come on. Come on. A smoke-based boss fight. I'm sure I can probably think of a smoke-based boss fight if you gave me a few minutes. A vape secretary? Okay, I kind of like the direction we're going there. A vape, actually, you know, the first thing I said, vape regent, is not bad either. Vape first secretary, Central Committee of the Communist Party of the Soviet Union. Like, would you be like the vape great leader or something like that? No, that's nothing. That does not work very well. Vape nobility. Vape nobility. We gotta hash this one out. Huh? Vape president for life. I see. Which is weird because, you know, vaping is a lifetime commitment, as we all know. Vape deacon? Okay, I kind of like the Archbishop of Vaping. We got any opinions on that? Deep deacons of the deep, chunky clouds. Vape minister? Ooh, I like that one. Vape reverend. The vaporer. The emperor. Okay, this sounds more like your Darth Vader or something like that. I hope I don't die here. I hope I don't die talking about vaping. I mean, we always knew that this is how it would happen, but I don't want it to happen yet. The Vaporeon. Oh, damn. You're right. The Emperor of Vaping, the Vaporeon. That's... Damn, I think you might have it there. Kurt. Oh, Darth Vapor. Okay, now, sir, I can probably go find a lot of very quickly created, like, graphic tees of Darth Vapor if you're looking for that. It's German for dark vapor. All right. Isn't Vaporeon a Pokemon's? Yeah. It's did you know that Vaporeon, in terms of human and... Anyway. Must not post it. Oh, whoops. Kind of did it for you. Never gets old. All right, is there any easy way I can get in here without dying? I mean, there's nothing in here. I could wait for some stuff to spawn. Vaporia. Yeah, that's where everybody that vapes comes from. Vaporia. Whoop. Snoop. Okay. Okay. One left. I'm gonna do this, I think. Probably. Okay. You own a Darth Vapor shirt? Also, why would you... Okay. Everybody watching this on YouTube later, which I assume you've definitely gotten to this part of the video against all odds, they're spelling it Darth V-A-P-E-R and not Darth V-A-P-O-R. Like, that's obvious, right? That's an obvious one. Like, it's sitting right on the table. All right, anyway. I only have one. Okay, good. That'll do, baby. I hate video games. No, I love video games. I can't even say that. One is a state of liquid and the other is an act of vaping. But the wordplay is right there. Why would you say it any other way? I feel like you're just trying to justify picking the incorrect word. This is the GIF controversy, which is not even real. Y'all are just incorrect. All over again. Where you just want to try and justify your ignorance. And I'm not going to be party to that. All right. Anyway. Now, what were we talking about? Because I have entirely forgotten at this point in time. Right. The vaping is definitely ruled over by an emperor, the Vaporeon. I think we can all agree on this, right? Anyway. You wanted to tell us a Vaporeon. I wanted to tell you a bedtime story about Vaporeon. Cool Vaporeon facts. Here they come. Okay, where am I going right now? What do I want to do? It's been a little while since I've gone to the, the cavern, right? Jif is a peanut butter. Yeah, it's like not even a good peanut butter. Jif is like the peanut butter where they add sugar to it, which I always find very distasteful. Literally and figuratively. It could be good. I don't think I really want it, though. I think Paul Rudd vapes. Yeah, probably. You know, I've had the poison cloud whenever I roll behind me this entire time. And we haven't even referenced that. Oh, this is a mistake. Oh, okay. Streamer is bullying me. I'll bully every and anyone here. Robert Pattinson definitely vapes. Wait a second. This is a bit from a podcast. Oh no, not again. Anyway. All right, we got to get off the vape thing, lest I steal more stuff from people more talented than I. Anyway. Damn it, why? It's a convergent evolution just happens like that, doesn't it? Anyway. Now then. Why are you choosing war today? Because I wasn't able to do it in the Panchaku run, so I wanted to do it here. Also, let's get Mushroom Boy out already. Kind of an important part of how we're gonna do this, right? Okay. And I should probably not have this guy evolve, especially. I didn't mean to do that. I just wanted to like skip out of the menu ASAP to not die. Oh my god, please. No, I mean people who do podcasts more talented than I. Oh my god. And this is the point in time where things start to get a little bit bad. Potentially. Or maybe I'm going to be able to get out of this really easily. And it's going to be cool and great. I'm definitely not going to take the... I'm not going to take the chest here. No. Should be okay. This stream is basically a podcast. It sure has been lately, hasn't it? I think ever since we did the Norbit... Yeah, ever since we did the Norbit. That's just kind of what's been happening, right? Okay. How am I gonna do this without getting super killed? This is to go beyond being killed. Oh, yeah, gotta go deal with that too. Sure don't forget. Rat. Oh, come on now. It's just like, he's certainly going to be... As I was getting back to this point in the run, I did realize that every weapon is proportionally very tiny for the skin. Look at that wrecking ball. Obviously, when you throw it, it goes back normal size, but I had to bring that with me purely to show this off. But yeah, that is true for everything, though. Like, the bow normally is supposed to be this tiny, apparently. Anyway, I gotta say, using the magic bow a lot more, I'm kind of unimpressed by it. It feels like, for something that takes this long to fire off, that even if I have a more biome-appropriate version of it, that it is just not pulling off the damage that I want. As you can see right here. And then, of course, it's also going to run out of ammo pretty quickly. Maybe worthwhile, as saying before, if I did end up... if I did end up taking, like, the... one mutation... barbed tips. But as you can see, I'm doing more damage with my shield than I am with the actual... Okay. Alright, I'm doing more damage with the shield than I am with the actual, like, the weapon itself. Alright, and let's actually start taking out some of the big guns here, because this is, yes, a showcase and everything, but of course, I do think that there's no reason that I have to not use any more of these weapons. And when you have this amount of when you have this amount of legendary stuff, it definitely makes things a lot easier. Even Scarecrow Sickles, a weapon that I find usually kind of annoying to use, when it just automatically doubles up the amount of projectiles, well, it becomes quite powerful, doesn't it? All right. Well, so I'm hoping that as this comes out of alpha, that we start to get like a little bit more powerful version of it here. You know, attempt to buff it up, even just in pure damage alone. But until that point, not as impressive as like Panchaku. Oh well. The ammo mechanic of it comes from the game where you have energy, guns costing energy to fire, range from 0 to 99. Oh yeah, I guess I can see that. So I'm trying to think of like comparison games. Let's take a very traditional route here. I'm already down 3 potion charges and everything, and that is entirely due to playing very badly in the previous area, but I had to show off the very tiny wrecking ball. You don't understand. That was important to me. I think it's funny for the weapons to be proportional because in the mobile game they're very big in proportion to the character. Is that how that works? Weird. I feel like I should have probably watched like some footage or something of Soul Knight before starting this up, but whoops. All right. Wrecking balls for babies. Even with the legendary version that has like the lowered cooldown, wind up and cooldown in between hits, it is still hard to use. Look, I love the idea of having the huge weapon and everything like that, but man, it is not like one that you just take out for funzos. You gotta commit to using that sort of weapon. All right. And and for some reason the leg hugger keeps losing its legendary ability on top of that. This is one that you automatically get a legendary version of this weapon when you start up the whole DLC quest line, and it should just automatically make enemies bleed, but if I re-roll the weapon, it does that. Otherwise, for some reason, it loses it as soon as I get into a new biome. It's all kinds of funky stuff going on here in the old Dead Cells Alpha, which you should probably see coming. It's an alpha. Usually tends to be the case. Oh, okay, fine. Taken out by the leg hugger. Thank you. Thank you, my good leg hugger. Speaking of which, didn't even really think about it, but yeah, you can... How does this work exactly? Is it... You can pet pets now, right? I saw that as an option earlier, but I forgot what the controls were for it. And I believe that does include the leg hugger, despite being, you know, a weird parasite that I found in some guy's house in the Stilt Village. Right. All right. Parries at least will give me a decent amount of healing back, which I am going to use as much as I possibly can. There we go. Like seeing those scarecrow sickles become something that you can even call at least somewhat overpowered. I don't know if really overpowered is necessarily the way to say it. You still do have to make sure that you are dodging around them well. But still, also the pink squares are back, baby. What is the skin? This is a skin specific to Soul Knight, where this weapon came from. You know, looks like the knight character from that game, I've been told. All right. How small are we talking? I mean, here, I'll take it out again, because although I do need to really keep the... Look at it. Look at it. It's so tiny. Anyway, and that's true for every one of the weapons. It's just most noticeable. The first time that I noticed it was when I was trying to use the Wrecking Ball, and I'm like, what is going on with this thing? Mobile game sized. All right. It's got to fit on the tiny screen, man. You don't understand. You don't have, like, 4K fidelity when you're playing on mobile. Okay. Ugh. Yeah, just get over here, and then... Weird. Wait, was there a stat out there? I think I was too busy trying to do weird stunts. Yeah, a little bit too far down for me to get right now, but whatever. Let's go finish this up first. All right, all right. And also I have invisibility, which maybe I should be using a little bit more here. Okay, okay. I mean, I took that, but as always, I never really plan to use it too much. If I do get use out of that, it's usually sort of an entirely incidental. Okay, I'm trying to go for the parry here for the sake of... There we are. Getting a little bit of healing up, but I'm somehow failing at it at every single turn. This is actually true for doing all like the lead up to this run and everything too, where I don't know what the deal was, but I swear I've never had a harder time trying to get a run in Dead Cells working than this. And that's not true at all. I remember like the Pure Nail run for whatever reason. A weapon that I like, that, you know, I will like prioritize taking and everything very often. And yet for some reason, like, it was really hard to do the showcase for that one. Or the original version of the Frantic Sword. I don't know, I'm having an off day, I guess, or an off 24 hours, considering that I did that yesterday. Weird. All right. Be a little bit cautious, careful, calm, cool, collected, as I try not to die here. Going for my cool stats. Okay. How does the shotgun work? I mean, it shoots out homing arrows. As you can see here, like when I do it like this. Kind of very heavily tracks onto enemies. It shoots out in like a big shotgun area, but then they all converge on the same spot. Yeah. It is conceptually not bad. I just think it needs the damage buffed up a little bit, because as a survival weapon, it does have a pretty hefty wind-up time when you're using it, as seen by the fact that I was able to get attacked. But at the same time, it's just like the comparisons to like Magic Missile, a weapon I really like and everything, are very obvious. And yeah, it's just the way that, you know, what is this, like a Magic Bow 10 plus 300% base damage and everything, and it can't one-shot most enemies right now. You'd think that it would be able to manage that. There we are. And lost my leg hugger again. I do not know where that funky little fella keeps getting off to. There's a Panchaku. All right. Okay. Yep, again. Just, I do not know what's happening with this funky little fella. Nothing of any real interest here, but I'm gonna try and go for parries, purely for the sake of getting some healing. I do get like what 6% heal after a melee attack. And that ain't too shabby if you're asking me. Something I usually don't try to even do a lot, because it is something that you got to plan out. But if I don't have any other weapons that have healing on them or anything, it's not a bad strategy. Good. All right, all right. Man. Maybe also even look for another upgrade here. Yeah, what do you got? 100% on burning oil wouldn't be too shabby. Is it necessarily better, though? It's more likely that I can get it to work for me, and I got the money. Sure, why not? All right. Need 100 stats and survival. Okay. Come on now. The homunculus rune would be able to take out any enemy with 100 stats and survival. Oh, he's schmoovin'. That leg hugger is schmoovin'. Your eyes do not deceive you. Okay. Yeah, too early on the parry. Yeah, when the parries actually count, that's when I start to choke, as always. Okay. Another weapon that I noticed the whole, like, proportionally tiny thing a lot with was when I was using a broadsword. Broadsword, it has a much larger hitbox than the way it looks with... Almost never parry that attack. Much larger hitbox than it looks like with this character, for example. It really is fun-sized. Let's go to check out, like, the gold digger, too, since I see we got one over here as well. Oh, God. The pink squares are back in full force here. All right. Love the aimbot of that thing. I know, it's great. It's too bad that, yeah, it's just kind of like, sort of unimpressive in terms of damage output. Happens like that sometimes. Think about like the one bow. Yeah. Well, I did get a parry, but I think I took more damage doing that. Well, anyway, what was I saying here? Yeah, think about like the Sonic Carbine. Sonic Carbine, cool future weapon. It took a while. It took a little bit in the oven before it got to actually being a pretty good weapon. I feel like a sort of a similar comparison to be made here. Let's keep going for the parries, for the healing more than anything else. Like, you gotta be a bit more aggressive. VE, aggressive, etc. What is happening with that pink square? You know, fun, alpha-related things. And I rolled right into it. Oh my God! Why again? Off day. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm having such an off day. When I started playing the hit Belgium indie game off. Okay. I'm sure that works too. 6% heal though ain't too shabby. It's just, man, it really does require you to like plan out stuff and make sure you got your parrying on point here. Just curious. Like, look how tiny it is. It's like teeny tiny baby. Fun sized. I said that before. I'll say it again. Alpha magic. Yes, the magic squares of alpha. Okay, well, anyway. So, yeah, I don't know if... Scythe Claw would also be one to probably check out with this weapon. Maybe I'll do that at some point in time. Like a toothpick axe. No, wait, the toothpick is actually a weapon in the game, which is also probably hilariously tiny. Comically tiny. Okay. Almost at 30. I feel like at least going into the castle here and everything has sort of gotten my stats a little bit back in line with what I was hoping for. Which works for me. Want to see the shark in the tombstone? I was using the tombstone earlier, and I didn't really notice that it was tinier, but then again, I wasn't really looking for it at that point. Well, anyway. Let's get out here, see how this works against a character that explicitly blocks a lot of projectiles. This is a frustrating thing when I was using the heavy crossbow. I'm sure it's going to be a frustrating thing here as well. No, well, I'll get my good... Oh, I forgot to pet it. Oh, well. How are you? Playing badly, but making the run work anyway. Sometimes it's just like that. Okay. Okay, whatever. Leg hugger, I swear to God, you gotta stop glitching out over there and help me out here. Alrighty. There we go. Why did it take so long? Alright. Ow. Man, I hardly ever see him use the round one ability like that. Ah. Look at how little damage it's doing. Ah. All right, well. I don't know if this is going to be one to actually finish the fight, but it is going to be one to at least beat the final boss, or this final boss. Whatever you did, whatever, you know what I'm saying here. Well, at least it's giving me enough time in this fight to get the refresh back up on what doesn't kill me mutation. All right, Leg Hugger's trying his best. Video game, please. I was gonna go for a parry to get the heal, but whatever. I didn't realize that the invisibility actually works in this fight. That is very silly. You know, they explicitly did that. They explicitly prevented you from being able to do that with the Great Owl of War. It's sort of interesting to see that it still works with the Leg Hugger, though. I guess there's something to be said about that. What exactly? I don't know. Something, though. Okay. Blah. Standing here, I realize Leg Hugger's not really helping me out too much. That's what I realized. Okay, there we go. Should try a tactics run. Do you know how tactics runs work? Because I don't think you've ever played a tactics run in your life. Magic Bow is one of the weapons that works really well with 2x damage. Yeah, I'm betting. Because it's like all it needs is just a little boost in damage. Otherwise, the whole auto aim bot works really well with the weapon, and I think and I think the whole thing where it shoots slowly means that it gets compensated for that sort of advantage. But the base damage is not quite there to make it really work. Yeah, you do stuff and it dies. Tactics. Yeah, exactly. You're watching that last Invisible Ink episode. You know that my usual strategy, my usual tactic is to just shoot everything until it dies. Or wait around behind a corner and hit them with a taser. Whatever. Okay. Okay. But, get that parry in. What doesn't kill me being a cornerstone of the run is not really something that I expected, but here we are, baby. At least they'll take out librarians very well. Observe. Oh, yeah. They have relatively little health, though. Hi. Hoi, oi, oi, oi. Didn't Barb get shot in the knee? Oh, you. But, yeah, even then, though, I do shoot out enough projectiles that I think it would still be pretty good. Maybe. Probably. I don't think that a little bit of nerfing is necessarily enough to totally disregard some stuff. After all, look at like the electric whip, which has gotten quite nerfed and is still a great weapon. There's plenty of items that I feel like, regardless of how much I nerf them, they tend to still stay pretty good. You know? Legendary fixes the problem too. Yeah, people were talking about the legendary where it just doubles up on the amount of projectiles that it shoots again, similar to how the... Okay, well, I guess there goes the sickles for this one. Door stuck again. All right. Look, as a bird myself, I can confirm that it's usually very hard to get through doors, and you do happen to just get stuck in a perpetual flapping cycle when doing so. Poor guy. If only somebody didn't shut the door on him. Anyway, please, I beg you, we're dead. Everybody's already dead. That's kind of the entire thing with the game. Okay. I'm just making sure that it stays this time. Oh boy. Nice. All right. Oh, finding some good counters for librarians with tactics, at least. I was there. Which, I mean, it's like, is it... I don't know. Usually I'm not very impressed by the Scarecrow Sickles because, again, it's one of those items that's a little bit too hard to use, and like concentrating on dodging around your own projectiles to maximize the DPS is more frustrating than it's worth to get, like, to eke out that damage. And you compare that to like a Crusher, for example. One is just like brainlessly simple to use. It's the Serenade principle, you know? But at the same time, when it works, baby. Nice, satisfying sort of kill on everything. All right, just do it. Just do it. Relax. Don't do it when you want to go to it. Ow! Okay. And should be able to get everything else out there easy enough. Help me, Stepbird, I'm stuck. Oh no, that's not the reference I wanted to go for. I don't like the way that this is shaping up. Okay, it actually worked out okay. Relatively okay. I'm not gonna say that was like the smoothest kill of anything ever, but okay. Okay. Here we are. Does this outfit make your hitbox smaller? Because it should. No, of course not. That would be absurd. The hitboxes on all the weapons remain the exact same. It's just the sprite is smaller. Which is probably for the best. Okay. Where's my leg hugger again? I feel like I've lost him here. I hate this. All right. Yeah, where's the leg hugger? I don't know. I was sort of hoping that it would show. Oh, there it is. At least it teleports with me. You know what I'm betting is happening? I'm betting it's hitting the electric. Whoa. Oh. I was trying to figure out. It's like, what is going on with stuff here? And it's like, oh, there's an invisible enemy with arrows stuck in him. There we are. I told you, I can't see video game invisibility. Ow. I don't know why I tried to do that. I guess it's because I wanted to see if the leg hugger would fly right through the... Whatever, it doesn't matter. Ow. So bad at video games this time. I don't have an excuse either. I hate... Why does everything is so... Okay. Why does that destroy my projectiles? Okay. Slowly but surely wins the race. That's not the phrase. Anyway. What a weird build. I hate this build. I hate this run. Anyway. I do have the alien key, so that's at least good. I also got the heal there too, which is also just fantastic. The new alpha is making the leg hugger funky. I can believe that. That's new alpha behavior. New shoes behavior. It just can't get enough. Just can't wait. No, it's not can't get enough. It just can't wait. Can't get enough is Depeche Mode? Somebody correct me on this. By the way, you know, I'm just like thinking about it right now. God, The entire first half of this episode is going to be the Norbit and Vape cast, and then we're turning into actual gameplay halfway through. Should I just put these up as like 2 separate episodes so that I can monetize it twice? I mean, to keep the content more consistent. Speaking of having the guy disappear. Yeah, like part 1 and part 2. You know, just like this is all the lights. This is long time that comes after foreplay. Okay. All right. Yeah, content. Yeah. we gotta keep it consistent. You know, it's like, do you want the gameplay or do you want me talking about Norbit being the Archbishop of Vaping? Pick your poison. Whatever. I'll combo it together into like one. What was the last episode? Hour and 45 minutes. Sure, it's fine. And also I get to monetize it twice. I'm just saying. Look, if I was doing like separate episodes of like Binding of Isaac or something, those would only be a half-hour long each. Why do I have to make these things 2 hours long? Same thing with like Invisible Ink. Won't anybody think of the poor content creator that's just trying to get his pizza and fried chicken money? Anyway. Oh my god, I'm dying so much. Squirtle. Okay. I can make this work. I'm gonna say easily. So I can do it. Oh, actually, yes, now I can definitely make it work. Ha! Very nice. Hi. Hey. Gotta get that Taco Bell. I did have Taco Bell today, by the way. My standard, ever since they got rid of the 7-layer burrito, it's been all about the bean burrito, and there goes my leg hugger. It's all been all about the bean burrito with the Baja Blast. The burrito blast is what I call it. It is truly the greatest combination of foods ever devised by man. Anyway, much you can go through this game actually suffering. I feel like there's plenty of times that I've actually suffered. Just look at any like suboptimal weapon that I've used before. Okay. Besides, I'm still making it work. Like, I'm in the final area. This is not like the worst run that I've ever had. Certainly. Hoi. All right. Get that extra parry in there for just that little bit of eking out that little bit extra healing. As much as I'd like to continue doing so, I think that's maybe I should cut my losses here and just get on with it already. There we go. Long boy. Anyway. I have no idea what's going on with Leg Hugger, but it's going on. There we are. Oh, long elk leg hugger. Anyway. Stuck at the elevator. Yeah, I'm sure he probably tried to walk on the wall with the lightning on it and got super zapped. To go beyond being zapped. All right, I think I'm just gonna keep going with this build. As silly as that is. The long hugger. Still standing. I'm still standing better than I ever did. Looking like a true survivor. Feeling like a little kid. Anyway. Oh, God. What a great song. Anyway. What's next after this? I don't know. What are you feeling? Looks weird without the arms. All right. Get the leg hugger out here. I still have like a base level version of this weapon too, on top of everything else. Brah. Study stream? Do you really want to do that though? Are people really even somewhat interested in such a concept? And I said, yeah, what a concept. You know what we should do? Instead of having me do stuff that I haven't transcribed already, we go all the way from the beginning. Where's my leg hugger? Where is leg hugger? Send him in, baby. All right. No, but really, where's my leg hugger? I was promised leg hugger in the fight, and I'm noticing that leg hugger is not here. More loot river? I mean, that's a plan to do like off screen now that Invisible Ink is done. That's kind of been how I'm doing it as of late. Getting like a lot of... Oh, die! He's still going! Hey, it died in the electricity. Leg hugger died in the electricity. He was never seen again. Oh, I wanted to... Whatever. No, but really, like, leg hugger is not showing up, and I'm pressing the button. R.I.P. leg hugger. 2022 to 2022. It did not live a long time. Okay, let's just... Again, what a weird build. Ow. Rare that I actually get hit by those things. Yeah, leg hugger's just dead. Leg hugger died. Get that parry in for that sweet... What is it, like 6? Yeah, 6% heal. Yeah. Waiting for leg hugger. I'd call this episode that if it wasn't going to be called the Norbit, the Archbishop of Vaping episode. Seeing the arrows fly around him is kind of a thing of beauty, isn't it? Anyway. This is the longest collector fight I've had in some time, isn't it? Gonna go one more. Leg hugger totally abdicating the throne here is not helping. Oh. Get that parry in, baby. Oy. One healing per enemy? I think it's a time-based thing. That it after like 20 seconds or something. Okay, well. That's good at least. That it's like like the parry heal. Wow, rare part of the song to hear too. On top of all of that. Yep. 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 Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Bruh. Come on, I'm so close here, baby. Yeah, like for example, I've definitely gotten a lot of healing off of the collector here so far, but I just got another one right there. Okay. Uh-huh. Almost there. Want to go one more? Answer is no. Oh, no, he went for one more even. Oh, my God, what a fight. This is taking so long. I know. Well, I tried with that one. But, like, man. Yeah, so, I wasn't interested. That was, what more do I need to say after that fight? Really?